On the night of March 29, 2026, a shocking attack shattered the peace in Nigeria. More than 28 people were killed. They were residents of the Angwan Rukuba community, located in Plateau State. The attack happened on Palm Sunday, a sacred day for Christians worldwide. The violence did not stop at killing. Many others were injured as chaos erupted. People scattered, trying to run for their lives. The attackers, according to news reports, did not show mercy. They fired their weapons indiscriminately at the fleeing crowds. To understand the March 2026 attack, one must look at the history of Plateau State. The state sits in Nigeria's Middle Belt, a cultural crossroads where the predominantly Muslim north and largely Christian south meet. For decades, this area has been a flashpoint for conflict. The violence is complex and deeply rooted. It stems from long-standing tensions over land and resources, and disputes over political power and representation. At the core is the contested line between indigene and settler communities. Indigenes, seen as original inhabitants, claim stronger rights to land and positions, while settlers, even after generations, are viewed as outsiders. This division fuels cycles of reprisal attacks. Clashes between predominantly Christian farmers and largely Muslim pastoralists are common. Farmers report crop destruction. Herders decry blocked routes and stolen cattle. When leaders weaponize identity, they fan volatile flames. The attack in Angwan Rukuba is not isolated. Without addressing land, representation, and the indigene settler narrative, the cycle continues. The Palm Sunday massacre was not just brutal, it was cunningly planned. Attackers conducted reconnaissance, studying local routines and security patterns. Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang described their methods on national television. They learned when people were most vulnerable and how patrols operated. Most disturbing was the use of disguises. The attackers mimicked NDLEA operatives to blend in without raising suspicion. Residents and local security could have assumed they were on duty. The ruse let the group get into position before anyone could react. Then they struck, catching victims completely off guard. Daily Post Nigeria reported the governor's account of the deception. Both citizens and security forces were unprepared. They did not only rely on force, they used psychological manipulation. How could impersonators move freely? The gaps point to failures in protocols and interagency communication. If uniforms can be faked, trust itself erodes, adding a new layer of fear. In the days following the massacre, the government response followed a familiar pattern. The Nigerian army announced Operation Enduring Peace. Troops launched comprehensive stop-and-search operations. They said the aim was to restore normalcy and protect lives and property. Rapid deployments are meant to deter reprisals. Reports said troops intercepted 2 suspects, recovering a fabricated AK-47 and a pump-action gun. Any arrest feels like progress, yet small beside the tragedy. 5 days later, President Bola Tinubu visited Jos, but optics drew criticism. Families reportedly traveled long distances to meet him at an airport venue. He lamented heat and limited time, remarks many saw as insensitive. Civil society notes a recurring arc: condemnation, deployments, promised probes, then silence. Perpetrators are rarely identified, prosecuted, or convicted. The absence of accountability breeds impunity. Public trust erodes with each unanswered atrocity. The 2026 Palm Sunday attack is not new. It fits a disturbing pattern of Easter season violence in the Middle Belt. Reports note repeated attacks around Palm Sunday in recent years. In 2025, at least 54 Christians were killed near Jos. More than 100 homes destroyed. In 2024, 4 were killed in Bokos on Easter Monday. Targeting during holy days maximizes fear and sends a message. International attention is growing. On December 25, 2025, US forces struck ISIS-linked militants in Sokoto with Nigeria's coordination. Coverage tied the action to accusations of Christian persecution in Nigeria. Analysts warn continued killings could draw further foreign involvement, pressure Nigeria may wish to avoid. Who will be held accountable for the 28 lives lost? When will condemnations give way to action? Nigeria needs transparent investigations and prosecutions of gunmen, planners, and sponsors. Break the cycle of impunity so communities can heal and hope again.